This is April Walker. Check me out on thesource.com. I think I was in college at that time, hated school. It was like working at American Express. Knew I didn't want to do that the rest of my life. So on a shoestring budget, I saved up some money from the job and opened with a little tailor shop on Green Avenue, Green and Grand for those Brooklynites. And basically called it Fashion in Effect. Had my own homemade sign, and it was the first. But from that experience, the Brooklyn people started congregating, coming, representing, supporting, and then I started getting Shaggy and Shinehead and MC Light and cats like that would come and order their stuff. I remember I did Audio 2's album cover. I think that was one of the first album covers I did. Now at that time, styling wasn't big. So it was just a trip, because the more stuff I would make, the more would pop up in videos, on album covers and photo shoots, The Source, different things I was doing. And then the artist said, you might as well style me. And it was always a tug of war with the record companies, because no one wanted to pay for styling back then, because it wasn't what it is now. But we ended up with the styling division that ended up doing a lot of work with Def Jam, with Flavor Unit, with Universal, with the Priority, a lot of the record companies and their merchandising. So it grew, it evolved into different businesses. My niche became durability and rugged and things that I saw the hood wanted at that time that we weren't being serviced with. And one of the main things was a baggy fit. We at that time it was Calvin Klein and cats like that were big, but no men could fit any. They couldn't even put their hands in their pocket at that time, because pockets were that small, seriously, and the pockets in the back were small. So I basically made a waist that fit the guys, but a longer crotch fit, and lower pockets and big pockets, deep pockets, so you could put a lot of stuff in there. Put it like this, for me it became, it was like I did fashion for a long time, and so I watched it grow, I watched it evolve, and then I watched it become something I didn't like. And maybe that's because I started when it was a very innocent time for me and for hip-hop. So we didn't even know what we were creating, we were just living it, and then benefiting from the lifestyle, and so to be able to love what you do and live and make money, but then when it became so much about the business, I put it like this: when I stopped doing walkaway, I'll be truthful and honest about this, it was because I felt like it wasn't fun anymore. It was something that became so overwhelming that I was living to sustain a New York, a LA, and a Las Vegas showroom. And to the outside world, I was getting congratulations every day, you have arrived, and on the inside, I felt like, shit. I think that, I know I had a harder time, and I know, it's harder to be taken seriously as a woman, especially when you're 20-something years old and you're very focused. And I was hip-hopped out, and dealing with banks, and it's a governmental business, so it's a lot of men in suits, and the other cats were a whole separate world, and they weren't, they were not trying to support women like they support other men at that time. I think we've gotten better. I think we've definitely grown. I think just like Obama, we still have room for growth in terms of the world, but I think we've come a long way.